Pew, 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 pew. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Roll with Advantage. Not Joe, not Salamander Coast. This has been going on for 2 months, so you know the deal. We're in Rising Ash, Session 6. What is likely to be the penultimate session, but might be the ultimate session. I guess we'll just see what happens as the three of our players find themselves face to face with their deadliest foe yet, and who is likely going to only be the second deadliest foe of them all, depending on the decisions they make hereafter. But we will see. We will see what ends up shaping up here. Just a bookkeeping thing so everybody is aware who is watching. Felicity, who plays Eris in this campaign, is currently running a pinch late and will be here soon. So until that happens, we're just going to go ahead and keep going since we're already a few minutes into our normal start time. And hopefully she will be here before her turn comes up in the first round of combat. I'm pretty hopeful of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and just do the summary real quick. So, big picture stuff out of the way, because if you're watching at this point, I am assuming you have seen at least a couple of the other sessions so far. You know the drill. Going into the Forest of Ash, finding Ambrose, he went MIA, demons and devils and stuff, Lady Melina, Cyril, Theowaldo, Bang Boom Bong, the Fallen, Calamine. Here we are now. So, there was an interrogation with Ambrose last session, trying to find any sort of shred of reason for his actions, and the only reason he seemed interested in providing was faith. And that did not seem good enough for everybody that was up there listening to him, and their conversation basically didn't get anywhere. They brought him into a holding cell, assuming that he mentally was just a lost cause. And then they joined the others to get ready for the invasion. Ambrose's cult was supposedly going to attack Theowaldo North and invade. What the party never pieced together, because of various avenues of information that they had decided to cut off throughout the campaign, is that the cult would actually not be showing up for the invasion. They would be showing up after the invasion had already happened. The invasion would begin in the mind. Everybody that was already there preparing for the ambush would be tested. And it would only take a few of them getting paranoid with the influence of the Fallen and her magic. It would only take a few of them getting paranoid for others to get paranoid, and for it to ripple out into the entire group, for nobody to understand who was on whose side, who was defending who stood for what, who maybe was a double agent this whole time, and who maybe just got corrupted in the moment, and it would descend into chaos. And that it did, and the three of them did the best that they could in the moment, some of them opting to preserve life even if it brought more danger, some of them opting to immediately snuff out the life in front of them in order to contain the situation. But the end result is that, despite the fact that Theowaldo North had yet to be invaded by the cult, and Ambrose had been detained and defeated, the people of Theowaldo were now in shambles, and at least half of them had died. Then, though, Eris actually saw a presence in the distance, a dim red glow in the forest, and when she approached it, a voice thanked her for the help. And they ended up piecing together that this was Tyria the Fallen, who was basically thanking the party for speeding up the process that she had begun by letting the fear spread, letting everybody tear themselves apart, revealing the corruption that was there all along, so that a new, pure thing can grow in the ashes that will be left once the cult is done. Eris decided to approach the light in order to engage with this presence, talk to the Fallen further, and became swallowed in. Calloway said that it would be best not to let her go alone. So he went in, and Tivik'ka stayed in the village, doing the best that they could to keep an eye on Ambrose and Melchior, his informant that had been sent days ago and was still in the holding cell, and just make sure that the situation did not continue to escalate or evolve in any worsening ways. So, Eris and Calloway found themselves in a very dense, hellish forest. The air was very thick, and the ghost of Tyria the Fallen appeared peacefully before them. And she basically explained that this is what the land that is now the Forest of Ash, and now Theobaldo, this is what it used to look like before she purified the land. Air quotes on purified. And she genuinely believes, even though her work was cut short, and she is now bound by blood to Baal to continue to serve him until her dying breath, that as long as the ash that she created gave way to something more beautiful to grow in its place, she did the right thing. She dirtied her hands in order to do the right thing. And she was pleased to hear that Theobaldo was a beautiful place, and hopes that its ruin will lead to something tenfold as magnificent in the centuries to come. And she was quick to point out that some of the party's own views on faith and religion and right and wrong and war and servitude and nationalism, all that big head stuff, was not too different from hers. And some of the ways that they had been behaving were similar to her own ideology of dirtying your hands in order to deal with corruption because somebody has to. And just hoping that no matter who dies in the wake of you dealing with corruption, better things come in its place. But ultimately, Eris and Calloway were both able to leave this conversation with their morality intact, albeit challenged, and they eventually were able to garner information from Tyria that she wasn't supposed to tell them. She told them about Baal's master plan, one of the things that they were never able to find out about due to their decisions throughout the rest of the campaign. And she was quick to point out that Ambrose was quite simply traumatized and confused, and although Baal would like to take his soul, his coadjutor, Calamine, his right-hand man, was really the true pawn, and the whole plan was for him to return to the Empire, lie about the whole charade, and assume Ambrose's place as one of the 8 High Exarchs that give credence to the Emperor back in Machavia. And once the corrupt Calamine was in place, along with other corrupt clerics that had already been slowly and very patiently placed there by Baal throughout the past couple hundred years, eventually they would be able to sway the entire High Exarch table, sway the decisions of the Emperor through subterfuge, and Baal's master plan was for the entirety of Machavia to fall apart from within, and for there to be a whole new generation of greed-laden souls for him to harvest for his own army. Tyria wished that they needn't be enemies, but she knew that she was bound to blood to Baal, and the people before her that she saw as somewhat similar to herself were bound to Machavia, and to doing what they felt was right as well. And she knew that ultimately they would need to be enemies. So she let them know where they could come and fight her, and vanished. Meanwhile, back in Theobaldo, Tivik'ka found that both Lady Melina, very wounded, and still kind of hanging together as tough as she is, appeared, and Baal also appeared to their other side. And Baal basically came to bargain for Ambrose one last time, threatening the worst of his wrath, if not. And Melina quickly basically teleported into the area where Ambrose was being held, and used her divine chosen powers to immediately send his soul toward Pelor, whether that is a fate he deserved or not. Baal then snapped and banished immediately Lady Melina and Tivik'ka to the same realm that Calloway and Eris were in. And he vowed to raid Lady Melina's sanctuary as punishment for their insubordinates and getting in the way of his plan. So now, Baal is doing whatever he needs to do in order to raid the sanctuary. The cult is probably moving in on whatever is left at Theowaldo North. And Lady Melina and our 3 party members find themselves in a lair before the Fallen, getting ready to fight for their lives. And that is where we will go ahead and pick up. So, all of that said, let's just go ahead and get into it. Alright. Got that music going. Let's get this going. So, I will pop all of you now to the Fallen Fight map. And I will unpause the game as well. So, everybody good? Everybody see it? Okay. So, what you're looking at, you have large boulders here, stone formations, and a lot of lava all around. The Fallen is right over there on her highest stone perch over there. That is a large size token, just in case that does come up. With the fiery wings and all, Tyria is looking about 10 to 12 feet tall and wingspan of about 15 to 20 feet as well, when fully displayed out. And I'm going to go ahead and share the image of Tyria the Fallen real quick as well, just as a reminder of what you're facing. In reality, Tyria has a more feminine physique, but this is as close as I could get without making artwork myself. Beggars cannot be choosers. But you can see the spectral flaming wings, the sword made of fire and death, and this sort of faint flaming halo that is above the burnt corpse as well. So that's what you're up against. The 3 of you and Lady Melina, who's already quite injured and low on a lot of her biggest abilities, but still has some left in the tank. And with all of the initiatives rolled ahead of time, just so we could get right to it, Tyria had a 21, Calloway had a 15, Tivik'ka had a 10, Lady Melina had a 9, and Eris had a 5. So with all of that said, we are just going to get right in to combat with Tyria. Alright, get my stats pulled up here. Alright. So, as soon as you all enter the cavern, Tyria says her words to all of you. She goes first, and she is showing no quarter at all. She has a fly speed of 80 feet. So that is, looks like more than enough to get to either of you right in the front. So, Tyria in a flash just flies all the way across right here. And it's just going to take 2 slashes right at you, Calloway. So let's get into that. And the blade is, like, longer than you are tall. And she just is swinging it as if it's like a fencing foil. Just almost like these elegant motions with just one hand. Alright, first attack is definitely a miss, thankfully. Second attack, let me double check your AC real quick, get all that stuff pulled up. Yep, that will be a hit on the second one. So, this second one, as the blade comes down, you feel two energies kind of bite through you. There's actually no metal here in the blade as it cuts through you. First, you feel the burn of flame, and then you feel a sting of sort of a deathly cold energy. In the weirdest way, it's like icy hot, but the reversed and deadly. It is just this immediate burning sensation that is frozen by the touch of death as soon as you feel the flame. That being said, Calloway, you will take 16 damage from fire and 24 damage from necrotic, for a total of 40. Yeah.
You said so, a total of 40?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Alright. Alright, so those were those two attacks. And otherwise, that is all Tyria is going to do right now. Just flying, slightly levitating, ankles crossed, almost in a crucifixial... that's not a word, but you know what I mean. Crucifix-ish position. Floating above all of you, arms out, legs crossed. And that is it for Tyria, for now. So that brings us actually to you, Calloway. What do you do in response?
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that I already have my Echo summon. Because I think I did it, like, while we were RPing.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, so I could just plop it here, and where exactly do you want it?
When I was just flavor-wise, but it will, on my turn, realistically, it's gonna walk over so it can get 30 feet away. So it's gonna go... How big are these boulders?
You mean like tall?
Yeah.
For the purposes of this combat, getting on top of them will count as difficult terrain. But none of them are...
Over it?
What's that?
If I'm behind it, can I shoot over it?
I think technically, yeah. I mean, they're not like super high. But the main thing is that like, if you duck, you can have like half, 2/3, or full cover depending on the positioning of everything. But I think like, especially if Calloway like got here, and you were already like, oh, didn't ping, I was on the wrong tool. There we go. If you got like right there, and we just kind of flavor-wise say that you're like, have 1 foot on the rock, I think it's totally reasonable that you could shoot over it.
Okay. So, while Calloway was getting attacked, the Echo will kind of start walking this way.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna swap places with it. So,
cool.
like, kind of holding his side, you can kind of see this kind of, like, jagged electricity kind of look go through his image and then just kind of vanish and right exactly in his place as if it never left. I guess I did not need to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's like a magic trick with the ball in the cup.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and do that and just reach out, step over, kind of peeking around the edge of the boulder, pulling the string back a little further to use my sharpshooter feat. So I'll take a -5 penalty and go ahead and shoot first.
Okay.
And that was a crit.
Nice!
On my... That is crazy. Okay.
Good start.
And that will count with sneak because I have an ally within 5 feet. So that's 8 plus... Oh, math. I hate math. 6 times 4 plus 8 plus... Does it double my sharpshooter bonus too?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say so.
Okay. And also my, like, modifier, right? Or no?
Not the modifier. So it'd be like one full die plus another die, and then the modifier would be the same. But I would say the ability of the sharpshooter, I'm fine with doubling.
Okay. So this arrow will do 71 points of damage.
Okay.
So I imagine kind of like
not a low number.
Right, taking the sword out of Calloway, like right at that minute, they'll swap, and he'll reach around and kind of go for one, like right between like the neck and like clavicle area, like that's where he's aiming. So that's that first attack, 71. Then second attack, that was also almost a crit, but it wasn't. It rolled to the 8. So that's a 7.
Okay.
Nope, I lied. Nope, it's the longbow is plus 12 to hit, so I lied. So that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, dirty 20 is still a hit.
Okay. And that's 11 points of damage on that one.
From 71 to 11. Nice. Average of 42.
And then he's going to duck down and put pressure on his wound and pray to God that I don't die.
Alright. Which one? Roll religion? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Very solid turn from Cletus Calloway Cam the Cat. That was... Mm-hmm. I like to think your Echo is named Cam the Cat. That's what's going on. Alright.
I'm here for that.
And that brings us to Tivik'ka.
Hey, so first thing they're gonna do is pop that haste potion.
Nice.
And then we're gonna just slowly make my way up here. So it's 30. And then, yeah, sure, why not? That's cleared off range, I don't know, maybe. We could get a little closer, why not? And once they've gotten up there, kind of like probably surveilling how hurt Calloway is, but you know, we could deal with that later. And then they're gonna just do some Eldritch Blasts, and just because I'm gonna have to roll 6 beams for this, can I just group them into 2s to make my life easier?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's a 17, a 16, and a 25.
Alright, the 25 hits. The other 2 vaporize in her wings of flame.
That's okay, because that was max damage for 15, which I guess would be then... Did I roll double? No, okay. So then... Yeah, so if both of those were then 15, so then 30 total. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we're doing this.
Gotcha. Okay. Still pretty good. Got that haste potion going for the rest of the fight, too, so that's good.
Hell yeah.
And then so... You use, like, the haste action to dash up there, and then the act, so that's everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Just wanted to make sure I was tracking. Okay, so we got all of that, then. And then that brings us to Lady Melina. Okay, so she, having observed the attack that just happened, she is actually going to start this fight using a... non-concentration ability. So let's see here. Alright. And so normally, the casting time on this spell is 24 hours. Which is why you may have never heard of it. But... as part of being a divine chosen, she is able to be a little flexible with things like that a certain amount of times a day. So she is going to cast a 5th level evocation spell called Hallow. And basically, what that is going to do is she's going to be able to give an effect to an entire very wide radius. And it basically will be this entire map, so I'm not necessarily going to bother measuring. But 30 feet will just get her over there. And you're going to see her pull out from one of her dress pockets, because dresses have pockets. That's my fantasy. And she is going to crush up a bit of incense and some like aromatics and oils and press them all down and just lay her hand into the soil. And this entire area now is technically hallowed, and she is able to do one effect of her choice. She is going to pick Energy Protection. And what that means is that every creature here now is going to have resistance to a damage type of her choice, and she is going to make that damage type necrotic. So, she is already immune to necrotic. The Fallen we don't necessarily know, but that means for the rest of this fight, and anything else that might happen in this room, I guess, because who knows, Tivik'ka, Calloway, and Eris, you all have resistance and will take half from any necrotic damage that comes your way. And
hell yeah.
that is... Oh, hi, Felicity!
Hi!
Glad you made it, because it's your turn. Yeah, so that concludes for Lady Melina. Otherwise, after she does that, she'll just kind of get up, wipe the soil from her palms, and you're going to see Calloway and Eris will be the main ones that see this, but you'll see she's going to roll up her bloodied and burned sleeves a little bit. Up her left arm, it is just pale, pale white, almost like an alabaster. And up her right arm, you see a bunch of black veins, the kind that set in several hours after someone dies. And you see a bit of radiant energy glowing in her left arm, and a bit of necrotic energy glowing in her right arm. And she turns back toward the Fallen. And with that, Eris, it is your turn.
Cool. Okay, so... few questions. Is the Fallen flying? Does they have wings, or are they just there?
It's like levitation more than flying, but yes, technically.
Okay. That doesn't super matter. I just want to know if they were like 60 feet above the ground or something like that. Okay, cool. And then I think she's gonna move over here, but can we flank a creature this big, and would that technically be here or here?
You can flank a creature this big, and it would have to be the second place, the place you're on. Yeah.
Okay, then I will be here in order to flank. And then last question. So we have resistance to necrotic. If somebody who is already resistant to fire damage drinks a potion of fire resistance, does that make them temporarily immune?
Not immune, but quartered.
So better still.
Yeah. You'd have, like, it's like Zeno's paradox. You can't, like, make yourself immune unless the ability specifically says immune, but you can keep having the have. So if you want to have quarter damage, like if I did 25 fire damage and you only take, like, 6.
Did everyone get a potion of fire resistance?
Yeah, everybody should have the 2 healing potions, the fire resistance, and the haste.
Okay. And can you have only one potion side effect at a time?
No, you can get crossfaded.
I'm just trying to decide which one I want to take now, because I feel like...
Just use your turn to drink 2. Just drugs.
I could. I wasn't going to. Oh, and then I can't remember. Is it a bonus action or an action to drink it yourself?
Bonus action to drink it yourself and an action to administer.
Okay, I think I'm gonna start by trying to play the long game and do the fire resistance one and try and quarter that shit and try and maintain health.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take my bonus action will be that. So I'll just take that off my little. And then I think I'm gonna keep it nice and basic with my action and just fucking attack. So.
All right.
Doing that.
Never a problem.
Yeah.
Gotta do damage at some point.
Right. Has this creature taken damage yet?
Oh, yes. Tyria, while you were gone, took over 100 damage already.
Oh, team! Let's go! Oh, well, this wasn't 15 to hit?
15 gets deflected by her blade.
Okay. Then I will... So that was my first swing. Second swing, even lower, 13 to hit.
What if I told you? No, yeah, I think it's deflected too.
Yeah, okay.
Does that include, like, the what is it, a D6 to flanking?
Okay, Cameron's really quiet for me. Is that just me?
That is just you. I heard him fine.
Okay. Then I will turn you up, Cameron.
But yeah, did you add the D6 for...
Oh, for flanking?
Yeah.
Would that really matter? It might not matter on the second one. I guess it could matter on the first one. Let me roll. So I got a 15 for the first one, plus 5, so 20.
Alright, yeah. And roll for the second one just in case.
2, so 15.
Okay, so yeah, didn't matter for the second one, but the first one, yeah. That actually makes it a hit.
Sweet. I forgot that that's what flanking does. Even though I'm like, you should flank. Alright, so my D10, where are you? There you are. Okay. So, oh man, that's not too much. That's 8 damage total.
Alright.
So.
That's fine, we're chipping away.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just what I do. I'm done now.
Alright, so that ends Eris' turn, and that also ends the first round of combat. Top of the round, Tivik'ka, near you, kind of between you and Callaway, right here, the lava that is all around you suddenly spires, and you hear the whinnying sound of what seems to be like a stallion. And out of the lava emerges a completely magma-coated and flame-drenched nightmare. And I'll go ahead and share that image with all of you. So this creature is now in the fight. It emerged at the top of the round. I'm going to add it to the initiative real quick. Not very good. Okay, so let's get you in there. The Ashen Stallion. And that initiative value was 11. Okay. So the Ashen Stallion is right there, and it is now in the initiative. And that brings us to Tyria. So Tyria is just going to go ahead with her turn and do, again, 2 normal sword attacks. This time she will divide them between Callaway and Eris. So first one again on Callaway. Okay, looks like that is definitely a hit. So again, we'll have the both fire and necrotic damage as the blade cuts through you.
Wait, is this on Callaway or on Eris?
Callaway.
Okay, because the Echo only has 1 hit point.
You're right. So Echo is gone. You fooled me by switching them around. You got me. Alright. So she pretty easily dispatches of the Echo, and then spins around, delicately swinging this mighty long blade at you, Eris, and that is also definitely a hit. Alright, so you're going to be taking a quarter damage from the fire and half damage from the necrotic. So
Yeah.
that's pretty solid. So first off,
Long game.
first off from the fire, you will take a mighty 5.
That's order.
And then from the necrotic, you will take a mighty 7.
All right.
So you're doing pretty well there.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, you're lucky. I took like 40 damage from the one sword attack last time.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I could haste and do a bunch of damage, or I could try and maintain.
All right. And
I don't know which
Tyria,
one is necessarily smarter, but
for her movement, she is just going to fly, hover above this stone over here. And I will now inform everybody, since Eris would have gotten one, Tyria's movement does not provoke opportunity attacks. So she just...
flying.
Yeah, and she just... and is gone in an instant, and the wind of her flying off buffets you just enough that you can't get your footing and strike while the iron is hot. And that will end Tyria's turn. Okay. Callaway.
Well, if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. So
That's a line in Beauty
I
and the
guess
Beast.
it is a line in Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm. Must be
so
good.
I will go ahead and conjure my echo behind Tyria again. I'll just keep putting, like, I don't know.
Okay. Get it, like... Oh, I moved you. Hold on. Nah.
Yeah. And I will... how far away can I be? That's
So, just so you know, there is, with ranged attacks in particular, there is a slight height advantage right now since Tyria is levitating right above the rock, so she will have a +2 to her armor class because of the height.
okay.
Just so you know.
I'm going to move. You said it's difficult terrain to get across.
Yes.
I can still. Okay, I'm just gonna scurry across all cat-like rock because I'm no good if I'm not hiding. And
Me.
yeah. And turn around and flavor-wise, just for the hell of it, he'll put both arrows in at once and shoot both of them at her.
Yeah, I love little shit like that doesn't change the mechanics, but you're like, hell yeah.
And then taking the -5 penalty for this sharpshooter.
Okay, gotcha.
That is a 30 to hit on the first one,
Yeah, that's good.
and a 24 to hit on the second.
All right, both hits.
Okay. I rolled garbage on my damage. That's okay.
All right, what we got?
12 total.
All right.
That's what I get for rolling 71 on my first attack.
Yes. Which is, it's okay. Numbers is numbers. We're doing numbers.
Let me make sure that I'm still with him. Okay, I need to move him technically over one.
Yeah. Cool.
That,
Yeah, keep things copacetic. All right.
okay.
All right, so that was all the components, right? So, anything else?
Nope.
All right. On to the Ashen Stallion. It will gallop out of the lava and kind of tread right along the edge here. All right, and I'm going to see real quick with the measurement tool. So that'd be 5. And, all right, Callaway, you are just in range of this. So
Of course I am.
let me actually get the Ashen Stallion up here. And that'll be... Okay, perfect. So you're going to see the stallion kind of remaining in the lava, kind of impossibly levitating above it without sinking in at all. they're going to drop their entire face into the lava and lift up and spew it out in a 15-foot cone. So the edges of that cone are going to hit both of you, Tivik'ka and Callaway. And that is going to be a dexterity saving throw for that. From both of you. Alright.
Mine 17 plus some bullshit. I don't know what my...
I'm sure it's
Mine's
good.
18.
Okay, so you both succeed, and instead of taking 28 fire damage, you take 14.
And I take 0 from evasion.
Yes, you do. So there's that, as just kind of this bout of molten rock and spewing flames and just raw heat kind of radiate out. And Callaway, you're able to cat your way out of it. And Tivik'ka, you still take that 14. That is...
You know that videos...
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, okay. First of all, this is the more important thing. I forgot to add the 20 points from the sharpshooter feat, because I took those -5 penalties.
You
which technically
did!
would have made my roll 21 and 35 rather than 20... Wait. 19 and 30, or in 25 rather than 24 and 30. Does the 19 still hit?
The 19 would not have still hit. So...
Okay.
Okay, so let's just split the difference here and just make sure we remember it next time.
Okay.
We can just keep the damage as is, probably.
Yeah, it would probably even out enough.
Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, though, that is the Ashen Stallion's turn. And that brings us to Tivik'ka.
Okay, since it feels like a good idea, I'm just gonna double dip on those potions, and also take the one for fire resist.
Okay.
And then to deal with this new little mare thing, gonna just target all my little blasts at it.
Alright.
So it's a 21, 22, can actually roll this time, and another, oh no, that's just 20. So I imagine those all hit?
Yep, those all hit. So go ahead and give me 6 damages.
That is 8 plus 6, 14 plus 7, 21 plus the 30. Wait, no. Hold up, I'm confusing myself. Yeah, so that's 21 with the first 3, so then that's 42 plus, what's my modifier? 5 times 6 is plus 30, so what are numbers?
So you got 42 from the raw
42
damage.
plus 30.
And then you have plus 5 on each beam. Okay, so
And
72.
there's 6 beams.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of beams happening, a lot of things happening. I tried to simplify it for myself. I'm too stupid for this.
Well, luckily,
Yeah, that's like 72.
you just rip 6 holes into the Ashen Stallion, and it's just dead. So,
Good.
yeah, you just... And its Swiss cheese form just falls into the magma and actually sinks all the way down this time. And you can assume that if it doesn't burn, it at least drowns down there. Alright, anything else?
And then, actually, I might just, since I don't like us being all clustered, let's go cluster us more. No, actually, I'll just stay there. It's fine.
Alrighty. Okay, here we are to Lady Melina. So, in lieu of some of her more powerful stuff that's already been used, she is going to have to settle with the 6th level spell, Sunbeam. So that is going to be the more radiant energy on her left arm is going to grow stronger. She'll weave her fingers together a couple of times, and there is a beam of light that is going to shoot out. Normally, it is a long beam that can target a bunch of creatures, but she is only going to target Tyria with this. The main thing about Sunbeam, though, is that it is a concentration spell, so you can cast it one time and then just continue to have it available as your action, and then cast spells on bonus actions every other turn if you would like so. So that is now active, unless she loses concentration. Right, and for now, gotta roll a con save on Tyria. Which con tends to be pretty good on big, beefy boss enemies. So, that's what we got there. Alright, that is definitely a save. So... Alright, so that is unfortunately only 14 points of radiant damage, as opposed to the full. And Tyria is not blind, but you can see that the radiant energy, for a moment, Tyria has to turn away for a second so that the radiance doesn't do that. Other than that, Lady Melina now has that active, and she will just be ready to keep doing that and casting other spells and doing other stuff as she can. And she is also just going to stay where she is. Okay. Finally, end of the round, back to Eris.
Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, because I don't think I can get to them anyway. Yeah, no. So what I'm gonna do, because I know Calloway's already hiding, so I know his next attack will be made with sneak attack. But you have your echo here. Do you go before? I don't know if this technically counts. Do you go before or after the fallen?
After.
Okay. I don't know. Because what I want to do is I want to move just a little bit closer, like right here. But then I want to give Calloway my action and then use a bonus action to give him advantage with helpful word. Is that possible, Mark? Or would you say, since he's hiding, he can only have advantage on one of his attacks?
I didn't take the hide action because I used my bonus action to conjure the echo.
Right.
Oh, well then I'm still gonna give you my my action because I can't do anything with it, so someone's got to have it. And then I'll give you advantage, so then your next attack can be made with sneak.
Cool.
So, am I making an attack right now?
No, I don't think so. Maybe.
I think I just get... Let me take a look here. Taking the attack action... No. That's not it. I just know I can do this. As an action, I can give an extra attack to an ally. So an extra attack. So no, you don't go right now, I don't think. I don't think you go in my place. I'm pretty sure you just get 2 attack actions, or you can do a different action and then have the attack action. You just get an extra. You get to attack. Yay!
Oh yeah.
And then I'm gonna use helpful words so that you have advantage on your next attack. Yay! And that is my turn.
Okay. All right, yeah, you moved and you did some ally shit.
I did. I basically, like, while passing, I imagine it was like while she was passing him, she was just like quickly, like, kind of like, not loudly, but like giving him instructions firmly as she passed by, and he's just like nodding along, like, oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, cool. brings us to round 3. Tyria floating above all of you. The battle now fully begun and raging on. And again, there will be a spire of flame, and an Ashen Stallion is going to appear there this time. And let's get him added to the initiative. Okay. That is slightly better initiative, but not much. Okay, so that makes that 13. Yep, so the turn order is the same. Okay. Back to Tyria. Tyria is going to go ahead and start of her turn, fly up here, and is going to just go ahead and use both attacks on Tivik'ka. So let's see here. Definitely a hit. Also definitely a hit.
I'll also say I've got a +2 to my AC because of haste.
Okay, you're right. Let me check the first one again. So that would be... Okay, yeah, so 19 would still get you. Okay. So, thanks for reminding me, though. We got those 2 hits coming in. And you took the fire resistance, right? So that'll be half on both damage types now. Okay. So the first swing is doing 12 points of fire damage.
Halved, or is that half?
I'm giving you half.
Okay.
So that's, yeah, it'd be 12 of fire and 12 of necrotic. So there goes that as the first attack. And then again, the second attack I will have for you. That is 15 fire damage that time. Would have been a whopping 30.
It's real fucking hurts.
And 10 necrotic.
Okay.
Alright. How you doing?
Around half.
Wow. Good thing you took those potions. That would have been full to done. Alright. So that is going to be it for Tyria. Eris, where you go? Why'd your token run off the map? What?
No way.
Hold on. Eris, come back. I'm dragging you back.
Don't want to be here anymore. This place sucks.
I don't know what happened. I went to go turn my light on, and then I was somewhere else, so I don't know what happened either.
Like, the physical light in your room
Yep.
somehow caused Eris to flee.
I guess. She was like, no!
I think she's running from you. I think that's what we learned here.
She's like, I want to be in danger.
Finally, she's not looking. Alright.
Like Toy Story.
Yep. Quick, Andy's gone. Alright. So, there's that for Tyria right now. That brings us back to Callaway.
Okay. Callaway is going to kind of stand up and give a nod to Eris after all of the kind of instructions were given. And both he and the Echo start moving simultaneously. The Echo will come right here, and then at that point, I'm going to... Okay. Bonus action to swap places again.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's staying effect, and then just right in the same place. Callaway, the real one will stay put when he gets there, but the Echo will start moving this way right here. And it doesn't have to walk, so it can, I guess, float, like kind of levitate over over the lava.
Yep.
And I will remind me that we said when it comes to having a second action to attack, I have to use my original action to ready an action, or to not to ready. Oh yeah, to ready one, and then use the secondary action for my initial attack, right?
Yeah, that's what we agreed on.
Okay. So I will go ahead and ready an attack from the position of my echo. So the attack will just be an attack with the sword, and then I will go ahead and make my action attack with the bow from taking the -5. Yeah.
Right. And then you also have one more this turn from Eris as well.
Oh, so the attack is not an attack action; it's an extra attack.
An extra attack action. You have I gave you my attack action.
Right.
So you basically, since I didn't get an attack action, you have 2 attack actions this turn.
Okay.
It's kind of sick.
Right.
Okay. So
Then,
yeah. Keep doing what you're doing then, because you used your action to ready. So yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And I have advantage on this one, or advantage on the. Yeah. So I have an advantage on this attack. Also.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was another crit.
Alrighty.
Okay, so that is again 6 times 4 is 4, plus 8 is 32, plus my modifier is 37, plus 10 from sharpshooter is 47. Then I roll all of them. 7. What did I say? What was the number I said before? 22? I'm sorry.
47.
47 plus 22, 69. And then, and then again, is the sharpshooter plus 10 doubled as well?
Yep.
Okay, so 79.
All right.
And so I don't know what it was that Eris, the advice that she was giving him, but it apparently really fucking worked. I imagine, like, this one goes kind of right dead into, like, the middle of the skull area.
Okay.
And then the second attack, which is a 19 to hit.
19 is a hit.
Okay. 4 plus. So that's 10. That's 20 more points of damage, including sharpshooter.
Okay.
So that's 99 total points of damage.
That is a lot. That is many.
For again, just purely for the spectacle of it, can I have him do with the advantage from Eris the thing that Robin Hood does, where he splits the arrow?
Yes, you can.
Like right in the forehead with the non-crit, and then the crit splits the other arrow right down the middle. I don't know.
All right.
So yeah, that's it. And then the ready to attack from the echo from behind.
All right. Now, before that happens, I do need to let you know you have triggered the second phase of the fight.
Oh, nice.
So, you have now damaged Tyria enough that there are open wounds on her charred corpse that are just, in place of blood, are just spewing out ash and flame. So now that is just happening, I'm going to need Tivik'ka and your Echo to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
Okay.
That is 17.
Okay, so the echo will actually fail. And so evasion is half or none, right? So it'll still take half, but it only has 1 hit point.
Yes. Then will that take away my held action since I said that it was originating from them?
I think technically yes.
Okay.
Because the trigger is now gone for the for the action. Unfortunately, a consequence of doing 100 damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
But and then Tivik'ka, you'll just take half with your success. You just take 5 fire damage, and then also half of that. So 2. You take 2.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, that just happened. Outside of action economy, Tyria is now spewing fire damage. And then Callaway, did you have... Oh, you went away in the initiative because I think I deleted the original token. So it actually did kind of matter that you switched them like cups. A magic trick. That's kind of funny.
I didn't switch them back, and that's because I...
Yeah. Okay, what... yeah, it was 15, right? So...
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Just get you in there again. Okay. Anything else?
Since my echo is no longer here, I'm gonna use some more movement to, come over.
Okay.
And that's it.
Alright then. We are at this Ashen Stallion down here, who is gonna get there and do the same fire cone thing on Eris and Lady Melina. So go ahead and roll a dex save, and then Eris, for you, this is between taking a quarter and an eighth.
Hell yeah.
So there's that. Oh, that was pretty good though.
I got 17.
Okay. 17 is a success.
And 8.
Lady Melina got a 9, so she failed. And Lady Melina is not resistant to fire stuff at all. So she's immune to necrotic and radiant, which is amazing, but fire, no. So Eris, with an 8th, you are taking 4 points of fire damage.
Oh shit.
And
I thought it was gonna be like 1. That's not good.
Yeah, you're taking 4, and Lady Melina is taking the maximum 32. And she's gonna roll concentration right now on Sunbeam. Okay, so that would pass if it was a 10, but she took 32, so she needs to beat a 16 for the concentration check, since it's half of the total. So that is a fail. She only got a 13 on the concentration check. So Lady Melina just took 32 fire damage and lost concentration. Eris, what this looks like from your perspective is there's no, like, gasp of pain. There's no heavy breath because you're not exactly sure if Lady Melina breathes. There's just... She kind of tries to step out of the way and it doesn't work. And you see the spell kind of crumple and fade out in her left arm. And you see just, like, spots where her cloak is on fire that she's sort of just, like, almost looking unbothered. If you didn't know how much pain she's already been through today, she just sort of hits them out without blinking and turns back toward the Ashen Stallion. But that is it for the Stallion's turn. And Lady Melina, as far as you can tell, Eris is looking not good at all. There is, you know, from a humane perspective, there's no signs of pain, but she just looks so destroyed. I mean, there are just cuts and burns and slices and cauterizations and acid and just everywhere, all over her. So she is not looking good. Tivik'ka, standing right at the foot of Tyria here. It is your turn.
Yeah, first of all, I guess Tivik'ka should be an alcoholic because taking another potion, but this time potion of healing because ow.
All right.
And so heal up real quick. Why am I only rolling one? Stop this!
And we saw those are the superiors. Just so.
Yeah, I rolled bloody 4 ones in a row. This isn't looking great.
Oh!
That's 5. Okay, there we go. There's 3. Another 3. Okay, this is better. What am I up to? That's 4, 5, 6, 7. And then another 2. Okay. 14 plus, what is it? 8. Okay, sick. Okay, so I'm not looking as shitty anymore.
Nice.
Good for me. And then same game plan. Just gotta chuck in some Eldritch Blast into her. Maybe not, because that was a 15.
15.
Oh, there we go, 25.
Okay, there's a hit.
And a 28. Ahaha.
All right. So your second and third batch hit. So
20 plus 14.
34.
Plus the... What is that then? Another 20 from the modifier. So that's 54 total.
Okay. Another 54 points of damage. Tyria is looking pretty bad. So that's going well.
But I do not want to incur any opportunities, so I'm just going to be staring this bitch down, I guess.
Okay. Alright. Lady Melina, having lost concentration on Sunbeam, is just going to cut her losses as far as damage goes. We are going to go for a mass cure wounds. And she will go ahead and include herself in that.
Smart queen.
So, 7, 13, 19, plus the 6. Okay, so everybody, including herself, you're gaining 25 hit points.
That's amazing.
Oh, it's back up.
Nice.
Okay. Now it's almost like she took an eighth from the... It's almost there. Okay. And other than that, she is quite simply just going to go ahead and move away from the stallion, not recognizing it as the bigger threat here. And just going to go ahead and get here behind this stone. Just kind of half limping her way over here. Okay. Bottom of the third with Eris.
Hey. Okay. I'm going to... Oops, I don't have my thing on. I'm going to just go up to the horsey, and I'm going to just use my action to attack it.
Okay.
So I'll just do that. No. That was okay. Oh man, I mean, 13, does that hit the horse?
Let me check real quick. Just barely no. Not quite.
Okay. Ugh, I'm rolling very low today. Are you fucking kidding? I rolled 1 lower. 12.
Well, that hits.
Fucking
No, so yeah, that is 2 misses on the Ashen Stallion. It's not so much that you miss or it evades, it's that the just thick magma that is just kind of oozing all over it and around it makes it hard to know where its form actually is, and you just miscalculate a few times and end up knocking off chunks of molten rock rather than actually hitting the flesh. Anything else?
Yes. She's doing all right, so she can handle this thing for another turn as long as it doesn't go to anybody else. So as long as she has its attention, that's fine. Then she will, after fucking missing and getting a little pissy about it, she will, let me just make sure that this creature didn't stick. I'm pretty positive. No, come on, don't move her. I wanted to measure. There, okay. Okay, I'm gonna put a rallying mark on, what's her face? Tyria.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do 3 hit dice. So, which I believe my hit dice are D8. Or leadership dice, yeah. So I'm gonna put 3 leadership dice on that rallying mark. So whoever hits them next gets an extra 3d8 to their attack.
Nice.
And then she will just, after calling out her commands, maybe pointing out a weak spot or just saying a better angle to attack her from, she will then turn back to the horse and just make sure the horse doesn't go anywhere else. So
only fair.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, so whoever hits Tyria next gets another 3d8 of damage. That is pretty sweet. Okay.
I'm here to help.
Here we go. Top of the 4th round, with Tyria now in her 2nd phase. First off, a couple of things here is we need to get yet another Ashen Stallion on the map. And this time the spot it shows up is here. So there's that one. And we'll go ahead and add that one to the initiative. And this one got a 7. So it will go between Lady Melina and Eris toward the end. Tyria now is going to go ahead, and you see her just spewing ash and flame all over out of her body, almost like a column of steam. And she is going to go ahead and you're going to see in front of you, Tivik'ka, that she doesn't move, but somehow simultaneously she also flies backward. And soon you are seeing double. There is now another copy of Tyria over there on the rock where she began, with no indication of which one is real and which one is an illusion. Perhaps neither of them are an illusion. Otherwise, the main form of her that stayed here to begin with is going to go ahead and fly right here between Calloway and Melina. And as soon as she shows up, I will need the dex save for that fire damage.
That was pretty bad. That was a 12.
Ugh, okay. So you still take half on a fail. So for you, that's 10 points of fire damage. For Melina, that was 20, because she also failed. Corpses don't move that fast, unfortunately. So, with that, Tyria, immediately you're buffeted with the heat as soon as she flies over. And Calloway, she will look right at you, and she is going to say, "You've done well. Now you will be the first to serve him." And she is now, in the second phase, going to make 3 attacks instead of 2.
Shit.
So, first one, okay, first one's a miss. Ended up being a 15. That's a hit. And That's a hit. Okay. So the sword moving even more deftly. This time now she is slicing all around. I know you'll take half from necrotic. Do you have fire resistance right now? I forget.
No, I've had to use all my bonus action.
Right. Yeah, doing all the echo stuff. Alright, you've done almost 200 damage over the course of the fight, and now... now you're going to pay the price in fire damage, I guess.
It's only fair.
So, first swing would be 19 fire damage, and that will stay whole. And then 14 necrotic halved to 7.
Okay.
So you will have taken 26 so far, and if you're still standing, I'll go ahead and roll the second one.
I am. I'm actually doing not incredibly horrible at the moment.
Okay. Alright, there's another 30 points of fire damage.
Okay, well, why on earth did I say that?
I was just wondering. I was like, I'm about to roll another. And, Jesus, 15 necrotic. That is halved. Would have been 30.
Oh. Well, 30 would have killed me.
Okay, so...
Exactly.
So you're now up but low.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there is that. And that will be it for Tyria now. You have just avoided getting demolished here. And now, the second copy of Tyria that is over here, you're just going to see that copy put the hands away and lift upward toward the sky. And I am just going to need everybody on the map to make a dex save real quick.
Keep losing my fucking D20 up there.
12.
Dirty
18.
Okay. So the DC for this was 18. So Eris, you succeeded. And then whatever everybody else said, I already forgot. But there's 18 was the DC. So if you rolled 18 or higher, that was a success. Otherwise, that is a fail. Melina failed again. So, hey man, dex saves. She's a corpse. So, as this second copy of Tyria in the back just raises their arms upward, this is basically a very miniature version of the spell Meteor Swarm. So, tons of molten rocks just start falling from the sky that are going to do fire and bludgeoning damage. So the full damage was going to be 8 fire and 10 bludgeoning. And if you have successes, everybody do all that stuff accordingly. So you'll take 1 point of fire damage, Eris.
And how much was the bludgeoning?
It would be 10. So halved to
half,
5.
so...
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 total damage. Gotcha.
Okay, and then Lady Melina, of course, is taking that full 18. And she is almost done.
Girl. No.
Okay. That concludes both of those things. And Callaway, it is your go.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to maybe do a lot of things, so bear with me.
Okay.
First thing I need to do is bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my Tabaxi feature to, and it's a free action to double my speed for this turn, as long as at some other turn I move 0. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I need at least to move 0 on one of my turns to regain attack.
Okay.
But so I'm going to disengage and go 5, 10, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60?
Yep.
Okay. And I am going to then, after getting over here, pull my bow out, having just barely managed to avoid all of those small... are those things the little tiny meteorites still falling? I'm just curious.
No, it was just like
an ongoing effect?
No, it was like a quick, 3-second thing, and now the ceiling has returned to stability.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Callaway will go ahead and take his attack action to go ahead and take his 2 attacks at the fallen. First one is a 19 to hit.
Okay, and just to be clear, are you attacking the one that's still on your island or the one that is back?
Oh, I wanted to ask, is, as somebody who creates doubles of himself, is there any, like, does it seem to be at, like, a similar sort of power, or does it...
I could say roll an Arcana, if you would like.
One of the few skills I'm really not good at. And that's it.
What was that?
A 6.
6. Yeah, no conclusions are able to be drawn with a 6.
Callaway is going to assume that it wanted us to keep attacking the one that was there, and he's going to send this arrow at the one further back.
Okay.
Actually, I take that back just because I'm trying to get my sneak attack, just in case. So I am going to send the first one at the one next to Lady Mo.
Right, so you get the... Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. And that was a 19 to hit.
Okay, 19 is just a hit.
And that is, if this actually is a hit, that is 7, 28 points of damage.
28?
Uh-huh.
Okay, gotcha.
Does it seem to have any effect?
Yeah, it seems to. As all the other hits have before.
Is that the one that was marked?
Oh, yeah, that would still work. So you can go ahead and add another 3d8.
Oh, hell yeah.
You also will heal 3d8, and then I'm also going to expend a leadership point to also give that same amount of healing that you rolled to Melina.
Okay.
All right.
That was 15, 7, 7, and 1.
Okay. So 15 more damage, and then 15 healing to both you and Melina.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes. And then I am going to action surge.
Okay.
And this is going to be a ridiculous amount of things. So can I action surge to take my? Well, I don't know. How is the Fallen looking right now?
Battered, but still capable.
Okay. Can I use my action surge to take my potion of haste and use my potion of haste action to take my fire potion?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so he's just like really quickly, comically quick, ripping everything out of his satchel. Pulling out and double fisting, popping corks off and pouring them.
Action surge drugs.
Yes.
Wow.
And he also sped away, fast. So
This is what a cartoonish turn. Just.
He definitely was running on all fours when he was doing the speedy thing, just with his little like claws out. And, I don't know.
Okay, so you now have fire resistance and haste, and you did all the other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
That
nice.
was a dumb turn. I'm sorry.
I mean, might as well. Man, that was
Well,
that was a lot.
Yeah.
But we made it. Okay. That brings us to the Ashen Stallion that is down here by Eris. So this one will just go ahead and stay engaged with you, Eris, and it's just going to go ahead and make some normal-ass hoof attacks now that it's used its spew thing. Okay, that is a hit. That is a hit.
Fire.
These are just like, well, they're actually half and half. So
Nice.
it'll be some just normal bludgeoning damage, and then you will significantly reduce the other chunk of it. So, wow. All right. So the first one was 7 bludgeoning damage.
And they all hit.
Yeah, this is all gonna hit. So yeah, first one was 7 bludgeoning damage, and it's gonna be reduced to 1 fire.
Okay.
Second attack, 12 bludgeoning damage, and what would again be 1 fire.
Okay.
Okay, and that is all that stallion is doing. It's just galloping you. But otherwise, it is not going to engage with everybody else.
All right. That's good.
Okay, and that brings us to Tivik'ka.
I mean, looking at these two things and seeing how this thing has been taking damage, are they able to get any better idea of what's going on here, if it is just like an illusion thing or if it's something different?
You can go ahead and roll Arcana as well.
Wow, that is 22.
22. Okay. You are able to discern that this is not illusion magic. This is conjuration. So she has in some way actually created a double of herself that is fully capable. Essentially split in half.
Okay, am I also able to discern which the original is?
Yeah, the original is the one by Lady Melina.
Okay. Well, in that case, they're gonna focus in their blasts over there.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not one. Oh, that one definitely doesn't hit. But then that's a 17 and a 27. Those are fun numbers.
The 17 is not, the 27 hits.
Okay. So then that is 14 damage.
Alright.
And also, how is Callaway looking? He's not too hot right now, is he?
Like a solid 30 out of 100.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm also gonna give you some healing light.
Hell yeah.
So then heal yourself up 17.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
That is all I'm gonna do.
Now he's looking like a 47 out of 100.
No,
My old group used to do this thing where they were like, so I don't want a metagame, but on a scale of 1 to your maximum HP, how's your character feeling? It was always funny.
I feel like we would say that to Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there used to be, in 4th edition, there was a thing called Bloodied. It was like an actual mechanic where the monster would, like, you would bring it up, and certain things about the enemy would actually change when they hit 50% HP. So, I kind of just feel like indicating when the enemy's at, like, the 75, 50%, and 25% mark, you know? But yeah. Side
Don't
note
remember Joe.
aside. I know, right?
That guy.
God. What a guy.
Sorry. Go on.
Anything else, Tivik'ka?
Oh, that is all.
Okay. Lady Melina will bonus action this time for Mass Healing Word. So that is, let's see, gonna be 2, 1. Wow, that's pretty low. Okay, but still.
It unfortunately isn't a great.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, even for... Yeah. Anyway, everybody is going to gain 10 from that. So it's
not bad, actually.
still something. I mean, it's bad for
We're
a...
gonna say like 4.
It's bad for
Right.
casting it at 5th level and being a divine chosen. That should have been...
Well, yeah.
that
That's
should have been like 18, but, you know, it's okay.
That's alright. She's had a bad day.
She's had a very bad day, and it's about to get worse. So...
She's had a bad day.
Everybody, that was 10. And then as her action, she is going to use the cantrip Sacred Flame. So Tyria needs to make a dex save and beat Melina's DC of a 23.
Good luck.
Alright, that is a fail there. Nice. So Tyria, too focused right now on Calloway, who she said she would take out first. Doesn't notice Lady Melina going in for the attack, assuming that she will continue to heal and stay low. And now takes 14 radiant damage. I'll mark that down. And you see Tyria just sort of like slow turn as she gets hit down to Melina, her gaze leaving Calloway and turning down to her. And Tyria sort of, you know, just cocks her head, and the steam all billowing out, almost just looking like a pure column of rage. And just...
Do you truly wish to be killed by a spawn of the devil?
And Lady Melina very calmly replies, "Kill? You'll have to do much more than that." And that's it for her turn. Ashen Stallion up here. Alright. Boop, boop. Spew, spew! Well, let me get here, actually, to make the cone right, and... Yeah, okay, spew, spew! Alright, so Tivik'ka and Calloway, let's go in with those dex saves.
15.
13.
Dang. Okay, 15 is a success. And then 13 was a fail.
But I'll
So,
still get evasion.
yeah, you still get evasion, and you have fire resistance.
Oh, yeah.
So the total would have been 32.
Oh, God.
I believe then, Tivik'ka, you will take half for 16, and then... Or you'll take...
Well, I've
You're both
also got
quartered, yeah.
fire resist, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're both taking 8.
That's way better than 32.
It
Oh,
is.
okay, yeah.
It is. The potions are worth it. Okay. Bottom of round 4 with Eris again. A very dense round, but we're back.
Hey, okay, let's see here. We're gonna fucking try and kill the horse again, and if I miss again, I guess I'll jump in the lava.
Okay, I have mechanics for that, so...
Okay, 18.
18 is a hit.
Okay, so that's the first one. Let me just see if the second one hits.
Okay.
15.
15 is also a hit.
I want everyone to know that these have been really low rolls. So I'm just like still rolling low. Okay, so damage for the first one. Okay, that's not bad. Let me just, I think I add 6. Yep, okay, so that is 15 for the first hit.
Gotcha.
And the second hit is 13 damage. So 16 plus 13.
Okay. Pretty solid. The horse is still up, but bloodied all over.
Damn it. Okay, well...
You don't even need to use an action to jump in the lava. You can just walk in.
No, it's okay. I mean, I hit it. I didn't say I better kill it. I don't think I'm a helper, so yeah, no, I don't think I can do any sort of stuff like attack again. Sorry, I'm trying to think. So Melina looks terrible, but she looks determined to keep fighting this thing, right?
Yes, particularly to get the attention off the three of you.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of how to help her. Sorry. I think I'm just gonna do the same thing again. But I don't think maybe I should give her advantage. Oh no. So much to think about. Alright, team, what do we think? Should I do another rallying mark? Was that super helpful, or should I just give advantage to
Was
Melina?
Rallying Mark the thing that did the 3d8?
I would have to expend 3 leadership die. So each, I can expend up to a certain number. So if I do 1, it'd be 1d8. And I have 7 leadership dice left. So I still have a good amount, but just, you know. So I could expend like another 2 or 3 to do that. Would that be more helpful than advantage?
I mean, the thing is that if you do the Rallying Mark, I am probably going to be the one that hits it, and then Melina won't get the healing from it. So if you're trying to help her out...
I can expend another leadership die to give her the healing again. That's not... But I would be basically doing the same move again. I'd expend about 4 leadership dice. So I'd be...
And how many would you have to expend to give her advantage?
Just 1.
Does she take melee attacks?
She
hasn't
I guess
yet.
that would really matter. I
Yeah,
mean, I
that's-
can give her the help.
Yeah, I can also get her
Okay.
heals as well, so...
Yeah. Okay, I might just do 2d8 this time,
Yeah.
just in case. I can do other things if things come up, and I don't want to not be able to do those things. But I also feel like I should help. Okay. So I will do 2d8 rallying mark on the Fallen.
Okay.
So whoever attacks next, same thing.
All right. Cool. Anything else?
No, that is everything.
All right. Round 5. Ashen Stallion popping up at the top of the round, as they do. Get this bad boy in the initiative. He got a 3. Eris, you're not last anymore. Woo, that's cool. Okay. So, the primary Tyria here, she'll actually let the area affect Tyria go first. So again, you're just going to see the version of herself back here, raise up the arms, and do that meteor shower thing again. Again, need dex saves from everybody, with the DC being 18.
No, that's a 6.
I will give some of my 30 to Eris. Because that's how it works.
Okay.
Wait, can you do that?
No.
I was about to say
Why
no.
did you say that?
Okay.
I'm playing a class where stuff like that is possible, so I was like, what? What?
Also,
Okay.
wait, y'all remember with haste you have advantage on these, right?
I don't have haste.
Okay, wait, did Callaway end up taking haste? He did, right?
Callaway does, yeah.
Yeah, but I got a 30,
So he's good.
I'm...
Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter, okay.
Alright, let's see about Melina. Yep. Okay. There's the full thing. Everybody do your math. There's so many halvings and quarterings and nunnings going on. And eighthings. There's eighthings. But anyway, that's what that would have been. And Melina, of course, is taking the full 24. She really just can't roll a dex save. It's just not happening. It's not like, I mean, she has like a +1. Like, it's not horrendous, but it's just not working. It's not her game. Alright.
It's alright. It's not a game for everybody, so.
Yeah. She's busy having 22 wisdom, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so main Tyria is gonna go now, and I shall roll a d4 to see if Tyria in this moment is more convinced to demolish Melina or Callaway. Cameron, I want you to call even or odd.
Odd.
Alright? And who do you want Tyria to go after with an odd?
That was a really clear reference. You should make it not him.
Are you asking, like, what does Cameron think? Or what does... Like,
Yeah, just Cameron. We're just calling the odds, just to see what Tyria does.
I think that Melina is more valuable to this mission than Callaway.
Okay.
But
So I would
Callaway's been
prefer-
dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah, but this mission also goes to past this and on to Bale, and if any of us should stick around to fight Bale, it's...
Okay. So you would prefer if Tyria attacked Melina, or attacked you.
Yeah.
Okay, and you called that with odd. I rolled even. So, 3 attacks are going to go to Melina. Oh. Ryan said at some point you guys got this with a heart. I don't know. That might have been an hour ago. I don't know. But thanks, Ryan! Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. Let's see what we got here. If the first attack does it, then Tyria will just save her other 2. Let's go ahead and see. So that would have been... She's immune to the necrotic, so that helps. And, yep. Okay, it was 25 with the fire. So, for the first time, you are going to see Tyria's bonus action ability, called Damnation. So, whenever Tyria downs somebody to 0, she can use this bonus action ability. So, she is going to stab the blade straight through Melina. She's just not quick enough or has enough energy left to avoid it. And her unflinching body is just lifted up. And Tyria is going to place a single flame-engulfed hand onto Melina and attempt to send her soul away. And because it's Lady Melina, it's going to be an automatic failure, since she is a divine chosen. So how that translates is that all 3 of you see Tyria lift Melina up, place the hand, and there's radiant energy that just starts glowing off of Melina and shying Tyria's arm away. And you see Melina somehow still able to croak out in reply. Seems my soul is already claimed. And in a fit of rage, Tyria is going to go ahead and use her second attack just to fling Lady Melina into the lava. And as soon as she makes contact, that would be another huge chunk of damage. And that'd be another death saving throw fail there. And she will now fly over and use her third remaining attack on Calloway. And that is a miss. All right, a little bit of relief.
Yeah, I was. Yep.
Oh my god, that would have been such a brutal turn.
Yeah, because I don't think my soul was claimed by Paylor. So
Yeah.
I don't know if.
Yep. Okay. So that does it
Do
for the
we
two
still-
Tyrias. What's up?
Do we still have with Melina down? Do we still have the resistance to necrotic damage?
Yes, Hallow is a non-concentration ability, so it's
Okay.
just effective in this area until it is dispelled. So, I don't know, I mean, because she's not going to lose concentration, but I don't know if her dying counts as it being dispelled, come to think of it, but she's technically not dead yet.
This though, so I don't think it will.
Yeah.
Like, the magic's just out there in the universe.
Yeah, I think it's just there.
Yeah, if it's like the hollow spell that we're going to use in Isles, I think it just kind of is meant to cleanse the place.
Yeah.
And then you get an effect.
Exactly. So, until somebody banishes the magic, you still have that.
Okay.
So, yeah, for all intents and purposes for this fight, you all still have the resistance to necrotic. Okay. Good question, because I honestly didn't think about it. But, regardless, Lady Melina is, I guess, technically still alive, despite being engulfed in lava right now.
Oh my god.
So, Calloway. After all that, Tyria is here again. With your current position, she'll still have that +2 to the AC.
So Calloway is going to summon his echo back right there behind this rock.
Okay.
Jesus, my computer. Okay, yeah. Oh wait, I lied. That's not what I'm doing because I forgot that. Never mind. Well, it'll essentially be the same thing, but
Okay.
Oh no, this is no bueno. No, but I have haste. So okay. I will take my initial action to disengage,
Okay.
and Calloway will run over
Alright.
to where I initially put the echo.
Yeah, I'm
and
just
then
gonna
I
get
will
rid of that
bonus
for now.
action. Yeah, and so I'll do that,
Okay.
and then I'll bonus action put the echo where I was.
Cool. Now we actually switched up this time.
Yes, nice. Okay. So, and then once Calloway gets back there, same old thing. He'll duck, pull out an arrow, come up, shoot it right over the head of the echo, towards Fallen. Taking the -5 penalty. That was a 19 to hit.
With the AC bonus, 19 is not a hit.
Okay. I'll go ahead and make my second attack. That's better. That is a 26.
Alright. Go for damage.
That's 26 points of damage.
Alright.
And then I realized this entire time that I have an ability that I've not been using, which is that when I use my attack action, my echo can make a free melee attack.
Right. Yeah.
which I've not been doing at all.
Yeah.
So I've missed out on like 3 or 4 attacks, but that's fine.
Oh, but
so then
before
the
we do
Echo-
that, though, 2d8, right?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
And you get
Oh.
a damage and heal, so take it and roll
Okay, so
high.
that's 10.
Alright, so 10 more damage and 10 healing to you.
Awesome. And then the Echo will reach down towards the sword and just pull it out and slash in one quick movement. I assume it'll have to kind of be at the feet of Tyria, but
Okay.
that
Real
is
quick, Tivik'ka, how do you look?
I'm
Health-wise.
actually doing alright.
Okay, then I won't expend a thing. I just was like, I could heal another person, but I'm not gonna, if you're good. So,
Yeah, I'm like 3
that's
quarters.
a 20 to hit on melee attack.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. Okay, so go ahead and roll for that damage as well.
That is 8.
Okay. So, I'm going to do a swap real quick here. It's going to be a little confusing for a second, but move that up there. Just didn't want to mess with the initiative again. So, what happens, Callaway, is as your Echo's blade sinks in, this double of Tyria finally breaks open enough. Steam, smoke, lava all boiling out. That version of Tyria is just going to explode. And
Oh my God, okay.
leave this version of Tyria alive back up toward the top. So, your Echo will still call for the save, because your Echo could technically avoid and take no damage. But it is going to be another dexterity saving throw from everybody.
7.
Okay.
oh, a dexterity saving throw? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
18.
Nice.
10.
Okay. So the DC was 18.
Yeah.
So the Echo did perish, unfortunately. Goodbye. Always useful for that one attack, and then... Tyria hates your Echo a lot. It's just not letting it happen. Okay, so... the total fire damage from this explosion would have been 50. So, Eris, you rolled a 10, right?
Yeah, so I failed, but I take it 8.
You take a quarter,
Oh,
right?
I take a quarter.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah, not an 8. Yes.
So a quarter would be 12.
Okay.
All right,
I can
and
do
then
12.
Tivik'ka, I think you succeeded, right?
Yeah, I got an 18, so just.
Okay. So then I believe you'd also take a quarter because you have
E.
half as well. So
Resistance.
there you go, 50 down to 12. God bless those potions. This would have been over without the potions. That would have been it.
Yeah. We didn't
Okay.
talk about it.
All right. So now only the version of Tyria left up there remains. And Callaway, it is still your turn if you'd like to do anything else.
I believe I've done everything that.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So it's
I will
now...
say though, not that anyone's probably paying attention to Callaway, but just since this battle, he's been like summoning his Echo like a fuck ton. The more he uses the Echo, you can just see it has like a weird kind of psychological effect on him. And he's kind of like, I don't know, he looks paranoid and not amazing outside of just the context of the fight. So yeah.
That is good to know. Flavor. All right. Now it's the 3 of you and 3 horses.
Hell
So,
yeah.
first off, Eris, Hooved. That's a miss. That's a miss. All right, Tivik'ka.
Okay, so is Melina still healable? She's still, like, quote-unquote alive, right?
Quote-unquote, yeah. Being in lava, she will immediately take a bunch of damage at the start of her turn, though. So,
I don't know if
unless
it's
you can...
action. I don't know.
Yeah, I basically what I'm saying, mano y mano, unless you can get her out, you probably shouldn't bother.
I'm gonna do a d4 roll. If it's even, I'm gonna get her out. If not, then fuck her. Okay, it's even. God damn it.
Using my games. I like it.
No. God, we need her. She's a good healer, and we still have Bale to deal with, I guess. So they are going to move over to the edge.
Okay.
And just heave her up.
All right. Here we go. Tivik'ka, I need you to make an athletics check.
Okay, come on, don't fail me. Okay. It's an 18. For the sake, I'm going to add talisman. Oh, that's an extra 4. Ayo.
Okay.
So that's a 22.
22. So you succeed pretty well, but with a 22, you are still getting lapped by some of the lava as you...
That's okay.
You have to anchor down a little bit lower than you would like in order to get her full weight up. Especially since she's dead weighting and not helping you at all. Dead weighting, there's a pun there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and roll just a bit of fire damage on you for the lava. And then you will have that. 11, 12... and 20, so 20 halved to 10. You took 10 fire damage in the process of getting her out.
It's okay. And then bonus action, give her a bit of healing.
Okay.
So that is 10 plus another 7, so then that's 17 heal.
Okay. She is at 17 then. Okay. So, as you go in for the healing, again, she unbreathing, unblinking. There's hardly any sign. She doesn't gasp back to life or anything. But as you heal, she just blinks once. And then kind of looks and assesses the situation. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I mean, that's pretty much it. They're just gonna have her there and I guess give her like a strong like nod of just like, you know, this is fine, and be, I guess, helping her up.
Okay. All right. Now it is Lady Melina's turn. Again. Back in it. Good move. Okay. Let's see here. As far as our options go, she's not got much left that she can do. Okay. She has a single 6th level spell slot left. So that can be basically, most optimally, that can be used to do Mass Cure Wounds with an extra D8, Heal, which will just heal one target for a lot, or she can go for Sunbeam again and get back into damage doing. Tivik'ka, since you're the one that got her up, I will actually go ahead and ask you, would you prefer if she healed all 4 of you a little bit, or one person a lot?
I mean, how are we all looking? I imagine we could all do with a bit of heal, right?
I definitely could. I'm at 44, which isn't, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's out of 88. What I was thinking, if, you know, Tivik'ka and Eris are doing okay, we could just really beat up or get the hit points back on Calloway, because honestly, he's been quite important in the side.
I have more HP than you do right now. I have 50.
Oh,
Okay, so then I guess do all of us, and that would include her, right?
Yes.
Good.
She'll
Yeah,
include
that would
herself.
probably be that
Yeah,
one.
I think that's
Okay. So my my mouse disappeared. So that's really cool.
What?
But yeah, I agree. I don't understand what's happening there.
Plugging in, plug.
Okay, but I can still. All right, cool. Okay, that should be. She's kind of exposed here, but that's the way to get everybody into range. So she will go ahead and do that. And mass cure wounds with 4d8 plus 6 for all 4 of us. 12, 18. Alright, that is 25 again. So another 25 points to everybody. Okay. I truly, like my mouse is still there, but I can only see what it highlights. Like, the little icon is gone. What the everlasting fuck is going on?
Could you unplug it and plug it back in?
It's a trackpad, so I fear if I try, my laptop will die.
I see. I was like, what are you doing, fam?
Alright, well, regardless, let's go over here to this. Ashen Stallion. It's this one up here. So it is just going to go ahead and try to hoof Callaway twice. So let's go in with those hooves. That's a hit. That would be a miss. Okay. Alright, so Callaway, that's going to be 10 bludgeoning.
yeah.
And 8 fire, which would be halved to 4. Okay. That's it for that. And that brings us now to... Eris, your go.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to attack the swine that I've been trying to kill for 3 turns.
Okay.
Hopefully it dies with 1 hit. So let's just roll 28 to hit. Now I'm rolling high. What the fuck was happening before? Okay. 28 to hit and 11 points of damage.
11, not quite, still up.
Okay, well, one more time, 1 more hit. Please may it die. 14 to hit.
Yep.
And 15 points of damage.
Alright, you got it.
Finally. Okay.
Boom.
So that thing is dead.
Got rid of it.
Then I'm actually going to move here.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna kind of like make eyes with that mare now and be like, it's me, bitch. You and me. But I'm also going to use my bonus action to give Callaway advantage on his next turn. And
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna basically call out and say, do what you do best, and then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Third Stallion. Going at it. Let me go. Boop. Hooves.
Bring it on. I feel
Natural
like
20 hooves.
Oh no.
Woo! Okay. So that would have been... Alright. I will do the bludgeoning half first, just because that'll be easier. Okay, so 5 plus 4 is 9 plus 12 is going to be 21, so that's 21 bludgeoning on the first hoof attack. And what would have been... Jeez. That was maximum. So that would have also been 24 fire damage, which you will instead take 6.
Jesus. Okay. That could have killed me.
Yep. Alright.
Cool. Alright.
And then the second attack
Here
was
we
also
are.
a hit. So,
Okay.
hooves are doing 12.
Okay.
And... Ooh. Okay, the fire actually was reduced to 2 instead of 1.
Mixing it up here. Okay.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be amazing if you had 2
Alright.
hit points left?
I don't, thank God. I've plenty more than that, but yeah, she looks hurt.
Yeah.
Not like on the verge of death or anything. So no one get all scared and dramatic, but like, ouch.
Ouch indeed. Okay. Top of round 6. No more Ashen Stallions are appearing.
Oh, thank God.
But Tyria's lair itself now, instead of summoning the Ashen Stallions, is writhing with rage. And everybody that is within 10 feet of an edge, which is literally all 4 of you,
Nice.
is
my God.
going to have magma rise and lash out with a splash. I'm going to roll all of these as attack rolls. So, first all, Tivik'ka. That would be a hit for what would have been 16 fire damage. So you can have to 8. Alright, Melina. That's a hit. And she is taking G's 28.
Oh my God!
Down again.
Nah, but it took away the heal. Alright. Eris. Also a hit. 19. Okay, that would have been 24 fire damage, which quartered
Or that.
is, I believe, 6. Yeah, 6. Okay, and Callaway. That's a miss.
Get on my levels.
Okay. And now for Tyria's turn herself. She is back in it. And just going to brandish that sword again and fly straight for you, Callaway. So that is... Let's see where... Oh my...
This bitch really doesn't like me.
Yeah, well...
I do.
Yeah, whatever did you do during this combat to earn her disrespect? Okay, so... Let me just sort out the overlay real quick. It got a little screwy. Oh, that made it worse. Hold up. We got it. Everything's fine. Stop panicking. Everybody stop panicking. Guys, stop panicking. Okay, alright, I got it. Oh, jeez.
God, why is panicking so much?
I'm really glad I maintained my calm and pulled through. Okay. So that is going to be, yet again, 3 attacks. So, as we've got this Bloodborne music pumping for this dramatic moment, let's go ahead and get the dice ready. Okay. This whole not being able to see the mouse thing is really slowing me down, I must say. But we'll be fine. Rid of that. Okay. First one. Okay. That's only fair. That was a natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So... already, with both damages halved, that would have been 20 fire and 20 necrotic. Without even...
That's what I take?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it already is without even rolling.
Oh.
So, 40 damage down. Are you still up?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I shall roll.
I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah, I could just not, right?
Yeah.
I
Inside your
am
bed.
the DM. Okay. Hold on. Come on. Come on. I swear to fuck, this mouse thing is horrendous. Alright, I'm doing it manually. I'm rolling fucking 10d8 manually.
Oh, boo-hoo, Mark. I feel so bad for you.
I know, me too. Yeah. Okay, so another 26 fire, which we can have to 13. And... another 30 necrotic, which we can have to 15.
Ah!
Does that mean you're up or down?
I still have 2 hit points.
Alright,
Oh
second attack! Oh my god.
Miss.
It's a miss. Alright, Cameron, third attack! Oh, fuck, that's a hit. Okay.
No!
Yeah, and with 2, I mean...
roll low.
roll low on your 10d8. Okay, yeah, so minimum, you're still taking 5. If I rolled 1 10 times and we halved it, you're still going down. So, there's that. Okay. And now, the bonus action, Damnation. Cameron, I would like you to roll a percentile die. A D100.
You're gonna have to let me find my other dice.
As long as we can keep the pet.
Yeah, I mean, his body still stays here, right?
Yeah, we're like, wait a second.
We want to skin our teammate.
68.
Wanted a morally great campaign. That's not what you expected, but we brought it, so.
68.
Yep.
Okay. All of you see as Calloway, speared on Tyria's blade, the hand reaches, and this time there is no radiant energy to defend him. And you don't know where he's gone. You don't know if he necessarily died. But there is a collapse of black necrotic energy, almost like a dying star. And you hear a horrid crunching sound. And Calloway is gone. So, for the rest of this
Do I
fight...
have a second to get out a last word before I am gone?
I will afford you such a thing, yes.
Okay. So while he's kind of being lifted up on the sword, he's going to make eye contact with Eris and just toss his bow to her and say, "Please find my son. Give this to him."
But that means I have to live now, Cameron. I wasn't planning on
You
that.
know what? Some of us don't have that option anymore.
She will do one of those epic slow motion, catching it out of the air as she locks eyes with him, and as he fades away, she'll just have tears in her eyes.
Okay.
Like I said, every time Calloway's on screen, it's a cinematic masterpiece.
So,
It's been a Callaway episode.
So Cameron, as far as what has happened to Calloway, we will deal with that. But
Okay.
for the purposes of this fight, you're gone. So
Can I play as the horses?
you can.
No.
Do you want to? I mean, if when we get to the horses, if you want to roll, go right ahead. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, roll bad.
Yes, roll bad.
Yeah, I'm
Why did
playing
you not roll well?
honor system. Don't sabotage me. but
No,
but you know, yeah. If you just wanna wait to stay roped in, you know.
yeah.
All right. Tivik'ka, the Undamned. It is your turn.
Okay. Well, another 3 Eldritch Blast. Okay, this is good. That's a 27, a 22, and a 23.
All hits.
Good.
Okay. And that is... Those are D10s. Where am I? Wait. What's my... No, it is a D... Am I dumb? Wait, hold on. Where's my sheet? They are D10s. Okay. And that is... Oh my god, good damage. Oh, actually, no, that's not good damage, I guess. That is then... the 12 plus the 15, which is... Maths. 27 doubled because they're 6 beams. So that's... What is that? 56? 54. There we go.
Okay. Tyria is looking very bad.
And also, just because there's not a lot of things left for them to hit, and I'm there, I'll also give myself a little bit of heal. Take that
Okay.
last potion.
All right. You've taken your second healing potion, done another solid chunk of damage. Anything else for you?
That is all. Actually, wait, no, because of the lava thing that happened last time, we'll just... How far can I get is the real question.
You're gonna have to go over
20.
the rock.
I don't want to go over the rock, though, so I guess I'll just, like... I guess I kind of have to. I can make it,
can
though.
you
I'll get on top of the
float
rock.
over the
Why not? Power move.
Nice. Yeah, because you can levitate, right? So.
Well, I can, but I've also got 60 feet.
Okay, yeah.
That's the case. Yeah.
Right.
Because the
Okay.
levitate takes an action, so not doing that.
Okay. You're just cat running in honor of Calloway.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Tivik'ka's he will be remembered. Just prowling. Alright. If that concludes, we're here to Lady Melina. She's out of shit, so she's just gonna try to Sacred Flame him. Her, rather.
It's okay.
So,
Nothing wrong with that.
Tyria. That is a success, so the Sacred Flame fails. And that is all Lady Melina can manage to do. Tivik'ka,
Yeah,
you see her just kind of limping, hand pressed against the stone, and is just gonna kind of shrink down, but keep eyes locked on Tyria as much as she can. But that's it. That's all she's got left. After this and spending a whole day distracting devils. So, got this Ashen Stallion here. This is the one that's Lady Melina. Stop. That I'm doing the horse. Okay. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, unrestricted here. Okay. Spew. Need them dex saves.
How much damage do I roll?
You're gonna roll 4d10.
Hell yeah.
14.
Okay, so that is a fail from both Tivik'ka and Melina.
29.
Okay, 29. So Tivik'ka, that'll be halved. And for Lady Melina, that's full. And she is down again.
I'm so sorry.
Bitch.
Alright. How does it feel being the DM, Cameron? You feel that animosity? That's just always coming your way for trying to have fun?
That was at Melina. I was just like, oh damn. She's gonna stay up a bit longer.
Wow. Victim blaming, are we?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as long as you're owning it.
That makes it okay, right?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Fuck her.
Alright. Just gonna try to... Oh my god, but this fucking mouse. I really need to figure out what's happening once this session is over. This is horrendous. I am just guessing. Okay. Eris, your turn.
Yes. Okay. So, gonna do a cheeky little because I forgot about the healing potions, even though I was staring at the potions this whole time. I'm gonna take one of my superior as my bonus action this turn.
Okay.
So just mark that off. I will roly poly roll. That. 24, not bad. So
Alright.
that's much better than what I was at. Okay, I'll just do the actual math later. It's not like I'll forget. Okay. And then fortunately I have to just take out this horse instead of do anything else. So hopefully it'll die this turn, but I'm gonna assume no. So I'm just gonna roll. Okay, 17 to hit.
Alright, that's a hit.
And the second one is a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm, 2 hits. Let's get that damage.
Damage. So then an 11 points of damage and 11 points of damage.
Okay. Solid.
I know it's not dead.
Yeah.
And that has my turn. So she will just focus on the horsey and start to sweat profusely.
Okay. And it is now the horsey's turn.
Okay.
Cameron, attack rolls. Your modifier is +7.
That was a 26 to hit.
Okay, first one hits.
And then a dirty.
Okay, so looks like you got 2 hits on Eris. Each of them are 4d6 plus 4, with 2d6 plus 4 being the bludgeoning and the other 2d6 being fire.
Okay. So 7 points of bludgeoning
Okay.
and 6 points. And then plus 4, you said, right?
Yeah, and the 4 is for the bludgeoning, so... which is important because it means that Eris won't have it.
So
Or quarter
that
it, so.
6 quartered is
2. Yeah.
okay. That's fine.
Alright.
We're fine.
And then...
One more.
One more, yep.
Okay. That is 9 on bludgeoning.
I got 9 bludgeoning, and then what else?
Fire.
I still didn't get it. How much was that?
Yeah, I heard
8.
fire.
Okay,
8.
there we go. Alright, so 8 down to 2
I've
again.
been doing the Indiana thing to not pronounce my T's. So.
Yeah, it just wasn't coming for some reason, but... Okay.
So that's 9 plus 4, right, for
Mhm.
bludgeoning?
Yep. Yep, and then the 2 fire.
Time.
Alright. And that's that
It
horse's
looks
turn.
bad. I don't know if that matters, but because I'm at 18, Tivik'ka.
Buddy.
Okay.
But you still got another potion on you, right?
I sure do.
Alright. The lava layer attacks. Only Melina and Eris are in range this time. Tivik'ka, you managed to get out of it. So, Melina, there'll be advantage on that. Yeah, that definitely hits. Another attack. Damage is done. She now has 2 failed death saves. And then for Eris, that is a miss.
Nice.
So we're good there. Alright, Tyria. Go ahead. For Tyria. Tyria is going to fly right here first and start with you, Eris, seeing that remnants of Calloway are still on your person. So, 3 attacks. First one is a miss.
Good.
Second one is a hit. Go ahead and roll that stuff. There's still a solid chance with a quartered fire and half necrotic that you make it. So, let's see what we get here. 15. Okay, so that would have been 20 fire down to 5.
Nice. Is it just fire damage?
And then that would have been 18 necrotic down to 9.
Oh,
So
shit.
in total, you took
Still-
14.
Oh,
Okay.
just a lot?
Oh, yep. I'm at 4.
All right.
Buddy. Not for long, I imagine.
And the third attack is also going to be a hit. So, once again, I will not... Well, let's see, though. Okay. Wow.
Did you roll low?
I'm doing the math in my head to see if it's even possible you would live. No, you would not, even with the quartered. Okay,
Well,
so...
here's the cheeky thing.
Alright.
I hit 0, but I instantly regain hit points equal to my charisma modifier.
No.
4, so I'm back up to 4.
Oh my.
And I'm at 4.
Okay,
So I'm not dead.
so Tyria used all 3 of her attacks, and you're at 4.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Hey man, 4 is alive.
It is not dead.
Alright. That being said then, you may have just skimmed by Tivik'ka with this badass Bloodborne music behind you. What are you doing?
Gonna do some more blasting.
Alright. Warlock. Yeah.
Hell yeah! No spell slots, let's go! That's a 28, a 17, and an 18.
Okay, so only your first 2 are hitting then.
Okay. So then that is 13 plus 15. I'm really bad at maths. 28 doubled to 56.
Oh man, we're really... Okay.
Oh, so, okay.
Alright. Tyria is in the single digits.
Yo. God, Eris, you have to be the one. Actually, no, fuck it. I've got 2 heal dice left. And so I'm gonna... Melita's still, like, alive, right? She's still doing death saves?
2 death saves.
Get back up there with 5 HP. Go.
God. Internally, she's like,
Kick
please,
her alive.
please
Yeah, she's like,
let me die. I've been doing
I
this
will
for
not do
decades.
that.
Please. People keep getting me up. I'm a corpse.
You're not dying on my watch.
Okay. Anything else, Tivik'ka?
That is everything. They're gonna stay with their rock. They like their rock.
All right.
There.
Oh, God. All right.
Please. Just attack me.
Well, she'll go ahead and try to Sacred Flame. Let's see if we get it. Got that con save from Tyria. Okay. That was low enough. Let's do that damage. That was a 1. Melina, come on. That was another 1. Melina, come on. Melina, come on. Okay. Alright. So, the Sacred Flame comes in. Once again, Tyria was not ready for it. She just, this whole fight, kept assuming that she had landed the final blow on Lady Melina. And if the legends of the Winter's Clutch are true, you have never landed the final blow. The corpse just keeps getting back up. So, that sacred flame comes in, blinding radiant light. The wings of flame start to crackle away and get taken by the light of Pelor. The ashen form starts to dust and dissolve, and the Ashen Stallions are all blinded and screeching and terrified and retreat into the lava as their leader is dying. And just for the fun of it, Eris, it would technically be you next, and I would like to hand over the killing blow to you, as would Melina. How would you like to do this?
Oh, cool. Well, she'll probably, you know what she'll do? She will, while the Sacred Flame is coming around, she will kind of just notice the opportunity, seeing that the Fallen suddenly, like, their sight kind of gets, like last second, like, turns over to the Sacred Flame, and as the Sacred Flame starts to go into the eyes of the Fallen, I imagine, like, purifying them finally, Eris will whip around her halberd and stab it up into the neck, and cutting off the head after it had finally been purified of the Fallen, and basically just beheads it.
All right. So you behead the Fallen. The wings disintegrate, the blade shatters and turns into ash. The ash of her body just dissolves into the wind and scatters into the magma. The entire chamber begins to calm and grow less putrid and hot. And the head, as it lays, there's an eerie yet relieving moment where you see the ash start to fade away, and the normal humanity of what was once Tyria the Paladin return to that face. And that beheaded humanoid face looks up to you, Eris, and in its magically suspended last moment, it says to you, "You've freed me of the bond of blood. May Azrael remember you, and may he forgive me." And with the rest, the head also turns into dust and disintegrates. And the Fallen lay defeated in her own lair. There is a ripple of energy that moves throughout the whole chamber. And you feel calm return to the area. Team, congrats on a very well-earned victory. But you do still have some problems to attend to. So now the problem becomes if I can successfully pause the music without a mouse. Oh god. Oh god. Can I do it? Is that... Oh god. Oh, I almost had it. I almost had it. I almost had it. I got it! Okay. This is horrendous. Right, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and refresh. See if that does anything for me. Pardon the overlay disappearing for a moment. Just see
It
if that
didn't.
helps. It will on the stream. That's what I meant.
Oh, I was like, I'm
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it screen captures off of me, so... Okay, well my mouse didn't return, so that didn't help anything. Okay. Well, my laptop is not a touchscreen either, so that makes this particularly impossible. I'm just going to have to deal with the overlay being a little bit poop. And theater...
You want to try plugging in my mouse for you?
That might actually do something, I guess. I don't know if it'll fix the fact that the icon is not displaying, but we can try. Yeah, might as well try. Let's see what it does. Okay. And oh god, what a dumb thing to not work. I'm out of USB ports. That's really funny.
Well, fuck you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Yep, I've got my headphones and my microphone and my webcam, so we're locked and loaded as far as that goes. So I'm just going to go ahead and switch to the RP screen real quick to not worry about that. And for the three of you, I apologize for overlay and images stuff. I would totally show them to you if that was easier to do right now. But there's just no way I'm going to be able to do that right now. So let me just get some music going. Okay. Okay. We got it.
Do we see? Oh, good.
We did it. I got music. Okay. So, in our final moments of the night, we will begin with the ones that remain in the lair. So, Eris, hardly standing, basically alive, just through your sheer force of will to support your allies and see the fight through to its end. Melina, who probably should have died 3 or 4 times, but then again probably should have died 71 years ago. And Tivik'ka, who managed to do okay, actually. Yeah, there's always one that does fine, you know. That's the nature of the game. There's always one that's fine. But all three of you that are left here, you have witnessed as Calloway was damned and taken away. So Melina slowly shambles her way up, still obviously incredibly wounded and exhausted. And just looks up to the two of you. We should leave this place soon. We may only hope that the light finds us here and can guide us back to the material plane.
Is Calloway's body or anything left behind, or did he just disappear?
Yeah, not a thing.
Before we head out, Eris, over to the area or spot where Calloway either last stood or his body last laid. Eris will just kind of take a knee. She's done for all of her fallen friends the past war. Say a prayer. Hold the bow tightly in her hand. And after she says her silent prayer, she'll get up and return to Melina and Tivik'ka. Just kind of nod.
Okay.
Support to her as they're, I guess, heading wherever they're gonna head.
Okay. So, you make your way out of the lair and back into that dense, hellish forest. And Melina, she stops for a moment as you're all going and looks up, and the two of you are able to follow her gaze for a moment. There are small patches floating between the trees in the air where you see almost like a green crackling energy, the color that you've come to associate with Bale. But you see it sort of synapse and fall apart and crackle and be unable to form. He has lost his hold on the material plane. He will now need to visit himself if he wishes to influence that realm anymore. No matter what happens from here on out, that is a victory. However, when you return, you will still find your empire tested by insurrection and treachery. Should you wish to stop the coadjutor Calamine, or to continue to seek out Bale, you will almost undoubtedly have to betray your empire.
What are the odds of us being able to be successful against Bale and the Coadjutor? And what are the odds of, if we leave things as they are now, slightly better, that it will just, in the end, still be difficult for us to keep him at bay? Should we act now or wait?
Unfortunately, it depends on Bale's next move. I fear we have angered him greatly, both by killing his servant and by taking Ambrose from him. He is greatly weakened. If he stays true to his usual strategy, perhaps he will remain in the third layer, plotting his next move decades from now. In that case, the Empire may sort itself out, or it may not. Even without Bale's influence, the exarchs that currently sit in their place are false prophets. Whether or not that is recognized, and whether good souls replace them, is yet to be known. If Bale does decide that he still wants to ruin Machavia enough to come here himself, then I believe you have two options. Face Bale, most likely die, but maybe manage to banish him for good. At least for the next several centuries, that is. His influence will be completely rid of the land. Anyone that followed him will be rid of as well. Or you can commit one of the highest acts of treason. You can figure out who the corrupt High Exarchs are and execute them. Then Bale will remain, but not have his influence, and you will undoubtedly be punished by death. Perhaps even before you get your job done.
Eris will look to Tivik'ka. Don't know which would be more foolish to do.
Well, if it is true that it is Baal's influence that has clouded the judgments of some of the High Exarchs, and dealing with Baal will nullify his influence on them, I believe it is most important to deal with Baal primarily. Going after the High Exarchs is one thing, but if it allows Baal to still rise and come back again, as he's clearly interested in doing, then it would only be a temporary fix to what is a greater problem.
But in a way, we're removing one problem and leaving the wound of another.
Well, without Baal's influence, without his command or whatever he has over the High Exarchs, then that corruption there would be like a headless chicken. Will have no command, will have no real purpose. I believe that problem will then be solved in itself.
I guess that's true because followers of him would vanish as well.
Remember that he is Duke of the Sin of Greed. If he is gone, his followers will kill each other trying to take his place.
But what if we aren't successful with killing him? I'm fine with risking my life, but still if he wins, are we just leaving an open path?
Perhaps then it is about legacy. You will be recognized as martyrs for a most holy cause. If you execute the Exarchs, you are much more likely to succeed, but no matter what, you will go down in history as the worst kind of traitor. If you fail at stopping Baal, not only may others try to rise and take your place, but perhaps the light will shine on all of us. Perhaps you have now struggled enough for the gods to intervene.
I truly believe that taking Baal is the right course of action here. And hopefully, if we have time to recoup after this fight, and with Azrael's blessing, we should be able to achieve in taking down Baal, which I believe is the best thing for us to do right now.
I do believe that route is the most just and has the greatest outcome in general. I'm just concerned that tactically it might not be the wisest, but I don't know if the other route would tactically be greater, given that if we die, granted, I do believe it's less likely that we would die that route. It is also more likely that if we do die, the problem will not be resolved by any just fester day. We would have died for nothing. But it has a point that if we die fighting Baal, at least we could sway people enough to maybe rise up in our place.
I think at least if there's knowledge that Bale does have true influence here. Rumors of devils are one thing, but to know the devil is a different thing. If we die trying to deal with the Exarchs, then it leaves us further back. Makes us just seem as if we were corrupted by what has happened down here. And then no one will look into it. Not to mention, I don't know if that's exactly a route I'd be comfortable with pursuing in the first place. I think our greatest chance is to take Bale. Allow it to be known, at least, that there is a devil down here. If we die in the process, like you said, hopefully there will be others that come after us. And if we succeed, then, well, I believe that sets the rest of the things to fall.
And yes, I think tactically, the best course of action would be just to take out the corruption at its core.
This is a most noble decision. I feel Paylor smile down on both of you, as well as on Calloway, though he may not feel it where he has gone.
And finally, she'll, as you've kind of been moving a little bit this whole time, it seems like she may have discerned a way out of here. She kind of feels around a little bit, and seems like she has discovered a path. And she, despite being pretty much all out of magic, she will cling on to her holy symbol and try to, using her hand almost like a torch, just find a way through. And she'll turn to the two of you and say,
This might be our only option, but I should warn you now. Time and place work very strangely when you travel in this way. Since we have peered so far into the past, I am not sure if we will return precisely to the present.
and she turns back, continuing to cast the spell. And unless there's any last comments or questions, she will go ahead and finish casting it and just pull all three of you through. Okay. Alright. So she gets through, and you appear in Theowaldo North during the daytime, and you notice a couple things right away. One is that as you look around, it seems the season has changed a little. It may have been 2 weeks, a month at most. You're not exactly sure. But more importantly, though you see signs of damage and ruin all throughout the village, it doesn't look like it's completely gone. Parts were torched, but all of the bodies that might have been there at one point are mysteriously not there. And you hear a loud call, somebody going, "Found them! They're here!" And as you all look around, groups and groups of Machavian soldiers all come out of different alleyways, hiding spots. They all quickly approach you. And 6th Ascended Xena Sarukia, the very commander that gave you this mission in the beginning. She emerges from the group. She sees the two of you, kind of scans for Calloway, and then sees Melina. And you hear her mumble to herself, "Oh. The follower of the shepherd. Only makes sense." And she'll turn back to the two of you. "You are yet to be accused of any crime, but you are to be taken to the High Exarch Circle for questioning. For the disappearance of Ambrose, for the death of third risen Leopetra and many of his soldiers, and many other strange occurrences here in the Forest of Ash. Do you accept your summons to be questioned by the Exarchs, or would you rather face death?"
We will happily accept questioning.
Eris holds her tongue.
I assure you, all of it can be explained.
Very well. Since you seem to be companioned with this Lady Melina, I'll ask that you come as well. And Lady Melina will just slowly tuck her hands into her pockets and give a nod, coated in blood and ash as she is. We have carriages. You may rest, and we will journey peacefully. Should only be 2 days' travel. And immediately, Xena turns around. A group of soldiers come to escort you. And with the three of you completely surrounded, we're now going to cut to Calloway very quickly. As Calloway, you gasp awake, blinking, trying to get your bearings. You're in a very dim place. And as you look around, you see valleys and rivers of red-hot lava, steam vents and geysers of flame. You see chains of servant creatures that are mining away at certain areas. You see what appears to be the shadowy silhouette of a bone devil, one of the creatures you remember facing a long time ago. What seems like a long time ago, at least. Beating and commanding some of the servants. You start to move, and you notice that you are encaged. You're somewhere in a cell in the middle of a valley of devils. And to your side, you suddenly hear a gentle but mighty exhale of breath. And though you can't see him fully, you recognize the silhouette that you have seen twice now of Bale. This time, though, armored. In a full suit of armor, a mane of fiery hair behind him, a massive weapon in his grip. He makes heavy metallic steps as he moves a little closer, still completely obscured in the shadows, and you can just make out his form a little bit.
So, she only managed to get one. I'm
You
sure.
get to see how many arrows I put into her?
I did. I was impressed. You will make a fine general. And don't say you'd rather die. No one dies down here. You're mine. For the rest of time. Until you fail. But perhaps before your torture can begin, I have a few innocents to attend to.
Do I still have all my stuff on me?
Yes, you do.
I know it's not going to do anything, but he's gonna try to take out his sword and stab at Bale.
Okay, I mean, you are at 0 HP, so there is that.
I mean, as much,
well.
or even if it's just like a swipe with his claws, he's trying to
so
do
we can.
something.
I figured I would just inform you for the sake of clarity.
No,
but yes,
not
you
for
can.
the sake of combat, but yeah. I mean, even if I was fully okay, I would probably still get smacked really quickly.
But we can say that, you scramble up with your blade and you try to do something. And all Bale is going to do as you kind of lumber slowly and in pain toward him and lift the blade is he is going to just press his thumb against your chest. And you hear what sounds like a tree trunk snapping inside you as, with an 8th level cast of Inflict Wounds, he just pumps the feeling of collapsing air and death throughout your entire body. You immediately collapse over in more pain than you've ever been in. And you feel within seconds that you're about to perish, and then you just don't. And as you sort of twist on the floor, slowly regaining control of your body, still racked with pain, you hear Bale starting to step away.
First, the sanctuary. Then perhaps your family. And then I'll see what your friends are up to.
Stay the fuck away from them. Friends, my family. Please.
I can only do that if you sign in blood now. What will it be, Calloway? My new right hand, or the death of those you love?
My family will be safe, though.
Your family, if you sign, will live. I will even throw in Melina's sanctuary.
Tivik'ka and Eris.
That all depends on what they plan to do next.
They're gonna come after you.
And you will help me destroy them.
He'll just kind of collapse onto his side, in both literal and figurative defeat. As long as my son is safe.
Very well. And Bale, with one fingernail, will draw a bit of blood from his thumb and slowly extend down to your hand and draw a small amount of blood. And he will, with his own slowly dripping hand, hover over yours and look to you. Any last requests as a free soul?
He'll just not even acknowledge anything and just kind of blankly stare past him.
Very well. Believe me, 100 years here you'll forget anyway.
And he will bring his thumb, and he will seal the deal in blood. And that is where we end session 6.
Well, shit.
Well, shit indeed. So, okay. That was maybe the most interesting turn of events that could have happened. This is going to be wonderful. So, all three of you, for defeating the Fallen and or binding yourself in blood to a devil, are now level 13.
I vote the one who dies stays level 12.
Nope.
Yeah.
So, you all now will be one level higher for the final confrontation. And when we do our final session next week, Eris, Tivik'ka, and Lady Melina will be questioned by the High Exarch Council somewhere around 2 to 4 weeks after everything has been set into motion to take it over. And Calloway and Bale will respond accordingly to whatever moves those three make. And presumably there's going to be a badass fight, and we'll see how it goes. It's
So
going to be wild.
As Calloway.
Yes, you will be Calloway. You will be level 13.
Very cool.
And I will say, obviously the two of you, the three of you I should say, everybody is full resting here. So the final fight, if it comes down to it, granted there is still room for a lot of wild shit to happen, depending on the last few pieces of the story. It's even possible that somehow you all come up with a way to theater kid your way out of everything, and, you know, there's not even a combat. We'll see. But, as it stands right now, the three of you are going to be level 13, all long rested with all your shit, and it'll be Bale and Calloway versus Eris, Tivik'ka, and Lady Melina, who will also be full rested and have all of her above level 20 shit. So
I would like to point out that Calloway no longer qualifies for the 11 HP from Tivik'ka, so get ready.
Yeah, we're not resting together, bitch. You don't get
I
that.
don't have my bow. I mean, I have a
No.
crossbow, but
Don't
I-
have anything.
we'll talk in the
No, nothing.
in the
Not even
time
armor.
that has passed. I'm gonna ignore them. In the time that has passed,
And he doesn't have
Bale
a
will have
so-
equipped
Okay,
you
yeah, we skin him.
with things.
Wow.
So you can have your bow back, and I can also message you about an extra devilish goodie or two you may have been given.
hell
How
yeah.
about no?
So,
No.
all right.
Single level.
Do we get goodies for being arrested?
Is someone speaking right now?
Oh my god, you're so
You hearing that? I'm just trying to talk with Team Devil here, and I feel like
No.
I feel like
We're gonna riot.
I feel like Team Crucifix is kind of rising up a little bit of a storm here.
Why are we Team Crucifix?
Because you're an oppressive Roman-style empire.
Wow.
Well,
I have a specific question about that. I want to ask you in private at some point about next week. Then, Mark.
Okay.
Letting you know.
Yeah, cool. All right then. Well, we can go ahead and do that now because I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. All right.
bye.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.